Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber and we have two big announcements to talk about. Pmr Racing have unveiled their 2024 livery and Toyota Gazoo Racing officially confirm Rob Huff is back in the BTCC in 2024. So, as always, let's start off with the livery reveal first. Of course, it was unveiled yesterday or Wednesday morning. I'm recording this on the Thursday because I was ill yesterday, so I couldn't actually record anything. But yeah, it was unveiled Wednesday, the Pmr Racing livery with, of course, their current two drivers in Aaron Taylor-Smith and Mikey Doble. There is still no news yet on a third driver for Pmr Racing, though I am sure we will most likely get some sort of announcement in the coming weeks. I'd imagine possibly on media day itself or maybe just before media day, but for now it's currently unknown who's going to be there. I believe the top candidate at the minute is Jade Edwards, also my personal prediction for Jade to move back to Pmr Racing. So yeah, if there is a third driver, that's I'd imagine who it's going to be. I know there are some people out there who say that maybe Bobby Thompson could be going there. There are some rumours that maybe Bobby Thompson could be at BMW. But yeah, for now, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, as I mentioned, the livery was unveiled, now known as Evan Halshaw Pmr Racing, I believe it's called now. Of course, they have technically a brand new title sponsor, but it's not really a brand new title sponsor. It's just Carstor, but Carstor's parent company is now the main title sponsor for Pmr Racing. So it is basically still Carstor, but it's just Carstor's parent company. Business. So yeah, what do I think of the livery? Well, it's still clean. It's very nice. It's essentially last year's livery, just with some new stickers and new sponsors on it, of course. But that's not a bad thing. It is an evolution of last year's livery, eerily similar to a lot of the liveries this year. They are evolutions of the 2023 ones, and that's not a bad thing at all. The Pmr livery, it's a great livery. It was in 2023 and it is in 2024. Of course, they are also sticking with the Vauxhall Astra for another year, something that I still think I'm still torn between. I'm not too sure if that's a good decision or a bad decision. Well, if you look at the 2023 results, it's certainly a good decision. The Vauxhall Astra somehow returned to a bit of form last year, taking multiple podiums with Andrew Watson and Aaron Taylor-Smith last year. Even taking a pole position in the hands of Mikey Doble last year as well, which was probably the most shocking thing of 2023 in BTCC last year. So yeah, I think Pmr, they've still got two great drivers. Of course, they've retained Aaron Taylor-Smith and Mikey Doble. Mikey, of course, going into his second season of BTCC. Mikey, of course, finished second in the Jack Sears Trophy last year, just losing out to his then teammate Andrew Watson. But of course, as we know, Watson is now at Toyota for 2024. So yeah, and of course, as for Aaron Taylor-Smith, we know how good he is, a proven race winner, a proven pole position sitter, phenomenal driver. And yeah, he's most likely going to be the number one driver in that team this year, or he probably will be, given his experience. Of course, Aaron Taylor-Smith, I believe, now has over 10 years experience in BTCC. I know he had a few years out. But yeah, Aaron Taylor-Smith is a capable driver, as is Mikey Doble. No disrespect to him, of course, but I do think Aaron Taylor-Smith will be the better of the two drivers out of the two this year. But my predictions for Pmr Racing as a team, I think there's no doubt they're going to be back on the podium at some point in 2024, whether it be on merit like they were for some races last year, or whether it be from a reverse grid. There is no doubt that Pmr will be back on the podium in 2024. But they want more. They are aiming for race wins, and can they return to the top step with that Vauxhall Astra? Potentially. They've got some steady hands, as I've mentioned. Aaron Taylor-Smith, he is a proven race winner. Arguably should have won a race in 2023 had it not been for some guy called Ash Sutton. So yeah, but for Aaron Taylor-Smith, I think if Aaron can get a race win, it'll cap off a good season. As for Mikey Doble, I think Doble will definitely be a top shout for the Jack Sears Trophy. I believe it'll be between him and Ronan Pearson in 2024. So that'll be a great battle for the Jack Sears Trophy to look out for this year. But I think, yeah, if Mikey Doble can win the Jack Sears Trophy in 2024, then it will no doubt be a good season. And if Mikey can get a maiden podium or a maiden race win, then it will cap off an even brilliant sophomore season for him. So yeah, those are my predictions for Power Max Racing. Also, let me know your thoughts on the Power Max livery. Personally, again, I love it. We are yet to see a bad livery, in my opinion, so far in 2024. We'll also have to wait and see for Nick Halstead's livery coming this Saturday, I believe, at Donington Park. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Anyway, now let's move on to Rob Huff's announcement. Yep, so the second lot of news we need to talk about today. Rob Huff is finally confirmed to be returning to the BTCC full-time in 2024. Of course, it was announced at about 8 o'clock this morning. I was still sound asleep. So, yeah, I know a few people obviously awake because of work and stuff. So they obviously saw the news first. And firstly, this is a phenomenal move, not just for Toyota, not just for Rob Huff, but also for the BTCC in general. The BTCC has been sort of lacking worldwide stars. No disrespect to the likes of Ash Sutton or Tom Ingram or Jake Hill or Colin Turkington, who are no doubt four of the best touring car drivers in the world. But I think the BTCC needed a big name like Rob Huff, who is, of course, a touring car legend. Whilst he may not be that successful in BTCC with only 2 race wins to his name, Rob Huff no doubt has had success elsewhere, being a champion in China, being a champion in Scandinavia, winning the Scandinavian Touring Car Championship a few years ago, and of course, as we know, is the 2012 World Touring Car Champion. At a time where some of the biggest touring car names were racing, of course, Rob Huff beat the likes of Alain Menu, Ivan Muller, Gabriele Tarquini. I believe Andy Prio was still on the grid at that time, I believe, as well. So, yeah, we know just how good Rob Huff is, and the fact that he's back in a Toyota, which is a proven race-winning car, it's no doubt Rob Huff is arguably going to be a big shout, potentially a dark horse for the championship. Rob Huff has already made it clear that his intentions is to become BTCC champion in what is only his second ever season in BTCC. A lot of people seem to think that, well, of course, a lot of people probably know that Rob Huff hasn't really been a BTCC legend. Of course, we know he is a touring car legend, full stop. But when it comes to BTCC, he's not really a legend. I mean, I hate to say it, but he of course, has only done 1 full season of BTCC. That was, of course, back 20 years ago in 2004. He actually debuted before I was even born, which just shows you just how long ago it was. But yeah, as we know, Rob Huff debuted in the BTCC in 2004 with the factory Seat team in a Seat Toledo alongside Jason Plato. He, of course, left the BTCC after losing his Seat seat, went on to do multiple years of World Touring Cars racing for Chevrolet, won the championship in a Seat. I believe he's driven for Munich Motorsport. He's driven for, I believe, Lada. I could be wrong. Again, you'll have to let me know. I believe he's also driven for Honda as well, so he's in my good books. So yeah, Rob Huff, we know, is a touring car legend. He is one of the world's best, finished 3rd in the TCR World Tour last year for Audi. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind Rob Huff is going to be a front runner in that Toyota team, and Toyota seemingly looking like one of the best lineups on the grid. They've got, well, let's talk about it. They've got world champion Rob Huff. They've got race winners in Josh Cook and Aidan Moffat. And now, of course, they've got a rising star in Andrew Watson, who's no doubt going to be a race winner in 2024. There's no doubt in my mind. But these predictions are just for Rob Huff. My predictions for Rob Huff, he's going to be a race winner. No doubt in my mind. He's got 2 wins already in BTCC 20 years ago, but that's not the point. He's got over 30 wins in World Touring Cars. As I mentioned, a world champion, a Scandinavian champion, and a Chinese champion. So he can win anywhere. He can win in anything, whether it be S2000 spec, whether it be the Class 1 spec, whether it be the TCR spec. there's no doubt in my mind he's going to win in NGTC spec as well. Rob Huff, as I mentioned, a legend of touring cars, a legend of motorsport in general, I think. One of the kings of Macau as well. Yeah, Rob Huff is going to be a race winner. And honestly, he is going to be a dark horse for the championship. But that, again, depends on how good Toyota is. Toyota seemingly had a big improvement in 2023, despite only winning one race in the hands of Rory Butcher. But still, that is not going to stop what is a brilliant lineup for Toyota. No doubt they are going to be dark horses, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. What's your reaction to Rob Huff finally having a full-time seat again for the first time in 20 years? It's been a long time since we've seen Rob Huff full-time. Of course, he has had one-offs in the past, but Rob Huff is back full-time, and this is big news for BTCC. Let me know your thoughts on Rob Huff's return in the comments below, and let me know your predictions for the world champion as well in the comments below. But if you're new around here, be sure to like this video, share with your mates as well, because it of course does help my channel grow, and of course press that subscribe button, because we are firmly on the road to 300 subscribers. We are hoping to have 300 subscribers at least by the end of the year, but hopefully by the touring car summer break. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get there. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.